Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a very exciting video. We are doing a full face of Glossier makeup. I feel like I have seen so many Glossier products all over my feed. I just never felt the need to purchase anything, and then I finally went to the Glossier store so many times that I finally picked up one of their cream blushes, their cloud paint, and I fell in love with it. And after that I kind of was just like, wonder if the rest of Glossier makeup is any good. So anyways, we are going to get into that. The reason why my skin looks so healthy and glowy is because I did a mini skincare. I did a little bit of skincare right before, so I'll go ahead and insert a little clip of that. But if you guys are interested in seeing like a full skincare routine or products I'm using and stuff like that, let me know. But this video is not sponsored. I purchased everything with my own money. Everything, as always, is going to be my honest opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and before we go ahead and get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already and the little notification bell, and let's go ahead and get into the video. I have a little box here, and this is like my Glossier order. Actually, I'm going to do a thumbnail really quick. I did a little unboxing in the car when I first received this package. Some of the stuff is open, but I haven't used anything yet. So this is gonna be like my actual first impressions, and it is kind of late. It's like 7:30 p.m. right now, so I'm planning on possibly doing like a wear test on my stories, and just so I could like film this tutorial. So if you guys are interested in seeing like how long everything wears, make sure you follow me on Instagram. But when you first open up the box, there is this little sticker pack, and they just launched a new Bomb.com Mango edition. I don't know what I'm gonna do with these exactly, but inside our little baggie we have a cloud paint in the color Storm. I currently have it in Beam and I love it, so I'm really excited to try this one and see how it wears. But I already know I love the formula and how it blends out. Next we have a lash slick. I've heard so much about these and I'm kind of skeptical about it just because I'm really picky about my mascaras, and I have really straight lashes. I curled my eyelashes right before this. Kind of takes a lot for my eyelashes to hold the curls. One thing I will say is Glossier knows packaging. Also got the boy brow. Had to get this. So many people were raving about it and people said that it was like their holy grail, so we shall see about that. And it comes in this little packaging. I went ahead and filled in my brows right before this because I have absolutely no brows and I know that a brow gel is not gonna do the job for me. I also got a Glossier stretch concealer. I'm really excited to try this. I have always been curious about pot concealers. I got it in the color G8. I did get a little bit of a tan over the weekend, so hopefully this color will match me. Then we have the Glossier lip gloss. Duh, had to get this. Packaging is so cute and I love anything that makes my lips look super wet and moisturized. And then I also got the Generation G Sheer Matte Lipstick. I got this one in the color Cake. Color it looks like. Then I got a foundation. This is the Perfecting Skin Tint. I got this one in the color G7. And then I also got the Lid Star, and this is in the color Cub. I wanted like a reddish gold color. I feel like everything is reasonably priced, especially for what it is. So my order came out to be $144 plus $12 tax. So the total came out to be $156. $156 is really not that bad. There are a lot more expensive products out there, but we shall put everything to the test and see how it compares. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I do also own the Glossier Water. This is one of the things that I purchased when I picked up my cloud paint, and this one I believe is another $18. So have been trying this and I actually really love it. So starting off, my skin is prepped and ready for makeup. I don't have any primer or anything on, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this foundation. This is the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. This is in the color G7. In here we get 1 fluid ounce. I feel like the price of that is really good. So I have my sponge here. This is the Wander Beauty sponge. I love this. Put a couple drops on my hand. First impression, it is super thin, so I'm curious to see like what the coverage will be like. So we're just gonna start off with one side of my face and just dot this. Okay, so the color actually looks really nice. If you look at this side and this side, there's no difference, so that did nothing. So I'm definitely gonna need more of that. Okay, so now we have a lot more drops, so we're gonna slowly build this up and see. Okay, so up close, I still do not really see that much of a difference, and I don't know if my sponge is absorbing it, so I'm actually gonna go grab a brush and I'll be right back. And here I have my Real Techniques brush that I like to use for foundation, and try that on the side of the face. So we're gonna go ahead and take out another half of the bottle. I'm actually really happy with this color. It matches me really, really well. Okay, and we're getting much better coverage. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face with my brush, because I think I prefer the way that it looks with a brush better, just because the foundation is so thin and I feel like my sponge is absorbing all of it. I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks beautiful, but I feel like because my skin, I already had like a pretty good base to begin with. If you want coverage and you want your dark spots and your blemishes to be covered up, you're not gonna get this with your foundation. But their whole like tagline is skin first, makeup second. Is that even their tagline? But I fully believe in that too. So I feel like if you take care of your skin, anything that you put on is gonna look good. So if you have good skin to begin with and you're already a cute hoe, this makeup is gonna enhance that. I think it looks really great. It's definitely light coverage, but you can definitely build it up with a brush if you wanted to, but I'm actually happy with the way that it looks just like that. And then I'm gonna go in with their stretch concealer. This one is in the color G8. This concealer almost looks like it's gonna be my skin tone. It feels very thin and not as full coverage as my other pot concealers, but I'm gonna go ahead and tap it in right here. First impression, that color match looks really good. It's not super, super light for my under eyes, so I like that. Not very full coverage, like I can tell when I blend it out. It's gonna get pretty sheer, so I'm just gonna try with my sponge first and see how it blends out. It gives you really light coverage, but I feel like if you're wearing a foundation like this that has really sheer coverage, this could be a really good concealer. It just gives you light coverage, nothing too much, and I'm curious to see how it will wear throughout the day. But it looks really, really pretty, and I'm happy with the color, so I'm gonna go in on this side and use a brush to blend it out. Okay, so up close, I think I also used a ridiculously large brush, but coverage on both sides is the same. And I think some of the brush might have brushed it away because it was too big of a brush, but I actually think I like the way that it looks better with a sponge, just because it gives it a little bit more of a like flawless finish. So that looks good. I'm happy with that. It gives me like good light to medium coverage, and I feel like kind of matches the coverage of the foundations. I'm gonna go ahead and try to cover up my like nose redness and my blemish. So that is what the concealer looks like blended out. It is light coverage. I tried layering a little bit more concealer to see if it would give me a little bit more coverage, and it didn't. So if you need any blemishes covered up, it's not going to do that. Also, I forgot to blend up my forehead. Like, that's how light it was. I didn't even see that there was any left on my forehead. So that is as much as you're going to get for coverage without it getting super, super cakey. So we're going to go in and set everything with my Glossier Water. Love the packaging of this. I reviewed this in my first impressions makeup tutorial, and actually really like this powder. I feel like it is really, really pretty and actually helps prolong whatever areas that I'm setting. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we blend out those creases, because this concealer definitely needs to be set. We want to make sure we go in with the rest of our cream products, so we're going to go in with my Glossier Cloud Paint in the color Storm. This one is really pretty. I'm excited to see how it looks like on my cheeks. Take a little bit. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. The nice thing about Glossier products is I know this is going to blend out super sheer. Don't mind me, it just looks like I got punched in the face. And then before that dries out too much, I'm gonna go ahead and use my sponge and blend that out. The color is actually really pretty. It looks like a very natural flush. So that is what the blush looks like blended out. It's really pretty. I feel like I like the color Beam better just because I prefer like orangey flushes, but that's a really nice one, especially if you like rose tone blushes. Next, we shall go in with this Lid Star. This one is in the color Cub. So we're just gonna do one swipe on my eyelids. Actually, that is not enough. Blend that out. Oh, okay, so this actually blends really, really nicely. I feel like it is super smooth and velvety. Makes for super easy blending. Wow, I actually really like that. I feel like that would be good to pack in a travel bag. And I actually want it to be a little bit darker out here, so I'm going to put a little bit more. It's okay if you are messy with it because you're just going to blend it out. So that is the eye look. I actually really like that. That's pretty. Super natural. Like, I feel like it really blended out to almost nothing, but there's a hint of color on there, which is super pretty. And then I'm going to go in with this lash slick. I almost always go in with a waterproof mascara to kind of keep my eyelashes lifted. So just to give this a fair trial, I'm gonna go ahead and do a really thin coat just so that my lashes stick up. I'm gonna go in with Maybelline the Falsies waterproof mascara. There's like no other mascara that I've ever tried that keeps my lashes up and curled on its own, so I always do this before it's dried all the way. I'm gonna go in with this mascara. The wand is interesting. It is like this rubber tip. I don't normally like mascaras that have a wand like this. I much prefer when it has like actual bristles, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this and curl my eyelashes. Okay, so I tried building that up as much as I could, and this is what I got. I have tried better mascaras, and I don't know if I'm crazy about it because I feel like it doesn't really do anything as much as like volumizing or lengthening. It gives me a very natural look, which is kind of like the vibe that their brand is. We'll go in with Boy Brow, and because I love when eyebrow mascaras have super tiny wands. Whoa. Okay, so first impression, I actually really like that. I feel like it did a really good job of pushing my eyebrow hairs up and making them really thick and full looking. I have tried a lot of brow gels and none of them are as strong as this one is. Especially with my straight brow hairs, I'm really impressed with that. So I actually really like that brow gel. Also really like the color. I feel like it matches really well. Let's go ahead and go in with this lipstick. So this one is in the color Cake. Smells good. Smells like roses. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's like very sheer, like very sheer. So once we have the color, that's actually really pretty. I like that. And then let's go in with the lip gloss. What the heck? So lip gloss, when you pull it out of the tube, it feels very sticky, super sticky. Okay, so this is what the finished makeup looks like. It is really fresh, really pretty. I don't know if I would leave the house like this. I feel like for me personally, when I feel pretty, I have bronzer on. My face is sculpted and bronzed, so that is just like my preferred look. But this, if natural and fresh is like your vibe, I think this is really pretty. As far as like everything goes, the standout products for me were, I actually really like the foundation. I feel like I appreciate the thin coverage. It's very natural and I can see myself reaching for that every single day. Concealer was also really nice, but I feel like I don't know how long it's gonna wear. And in a concealer, I just want something that has a little bit more coverage, and I feel like that one just kind of blended away into nothing. The blushes are really pretty. They're highly raved about for a good reason. They blend out really nicely. The color that I have is really great, but again, I prefer my Beam just because I like more apricot warm peach blushes. The lid star was really pretty. Mascara was okay. I probably wouldn't purchase that again. Boy Brow, 100% loved. It made my eyebrows look so good. Like, look how thick my eyebrows look. Like, I'm a fan of that. Louder is really good. I'm a fan of that. And so if I were to say my top 3 things to get, I would say Boy Brow, cream blush, Louder. Everything else kind of was just like good to like meh to me. The lipstick was really pretty, but it is really sheer. Something that I'm looking for, especially in a lipstick, I don't want to have to keep building and building. And my lips are so dark and pigmented as it is, so maybe that's why it took me so long to get that color. The lip gloss is actually really nice. It felt sticky initially putting it on, but now that it's on my lips, it's not sticky at all. Makes my lips feel really like hydrated, and it looks really pretty and shiny, so I like that. Overall, I think Glossier is a great brand, and if light, airy, model-esque makeup is like your type of vibe, I think you would love it. It's also very like minimal. If you are a beginner too, it's kind of hard to mess up. So I'm actually a big fan. I'm glad that I tried everything that I did. Do I think it's worth the money for some products? Yes, other products not so much. As far as like the mascara, I feel like I have so many mascaras from the drugstore that I like so much more. So be selective of what you get from there. Yeah, I'm happy with the way that this looks out. Probably before I head out, I'm going to throw on a little bit of bronzer and contour just because that is like my vibe. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more makeup tutorials from me, I did just do a full face of my Holy Grail makeup. So if you're interested in seeing like all of my favorite, I cannot live without makeup, check out that video. And then I also have a full face of first impressions and a couple other videos down here, so make sure you check that out before you go. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.